Ilia Topuria, also known as El Matador, is the best boxer in the UFC. He is undefeated in the UFC with a record of 15-0, and he just became the featherweight champion of the world by knocking out one of the greatest featherweights of all time in Alexander Volkanovski. Topuria showing this level of boxing ability in the UFC is definitely going to ensure that people realize that boxing is just as important as the other martial arts. Today I'm going to break down some of the training methods of UFC featherweight champion Ilia Topuria. Personally, this is one of the best boxers that I have ever seen in the UFC. Head movement. Head movement is a fundamental aspect of the UFC, and its significance lies in several key areas. Effective head movement serves as a primary form of defense. By constantly moving the head, a fighter can make it difficult for their opponent to land clean punches. This can involve techniques such as slipping, bobbing, weaving, and rolling, all of which help to evade incoming strikes. We can see Topuria using non-stop head movement in not only all of his fights, but he also uses constant head movement in his training, which obviously translates directly over to his actual fights. Great head movement creates openings for counterattacks. When a fighter slips or ducks under an opponent's punch, they often find themselves in a position to launch a counter strike. This allows them to capitalize on their opponent's miss or off-balance shots. Constantly moving the head requires a combination of footwork, reflexes, and conditioning. By incorporating head movement into his defensive strategy, Topuria makes his opponents work harder to land punches, thus wearing them down over the course of a fight. Head movement also helps Ilia Topuria stay mentally engaged in the fight. By staying active and constantly adjusting his positioning, Topuria can remain alert and focused, making it more difficult for opponents to predict his movements and capitalize on openings. Lastly, effective head movement can help reduce the risk of sustaining significant blows to the head. By slipping and dodging punches, fighters can minimize the impact of incoming strikes, reducing the likelihood of concussions or other serious injuries. Overall, head movement is a crucial skill for any fighter, as it not only enhances defensive capabilities, but also creates opportunities for effective counterattacks and helps to maintain focus and reduce the risk of injury during a fight. Midw Work. Midw Work, also known as pad work or focus mid training, is a vital aspect of a fighter's training regimen. Midw Work allows Topuria to develop and refine his fundamentals, including punches, combinations, footwork, and defensive maneuvers. By practicing these skills on focus mitts with a coach or training partner, fighters can improve their precision, timing, speed, and coordination. Focus mitts provide a more realistic target than stationary objects or heavy bags, simulating the movement and positioning of an actual opponent. This helps fighters to develop their ability to hit moving targets and adapt to the dynamic nature of a real fight. Midw Work can be highly physically demanding, requiring fighters to maintain a high level of intensity and output throughout the training session. This helps to improve cardiovascular endurance, muscular endurance, and overall conditioning, preparing fighters for the rigors of actual competition. Topuria must stay mentally engaged to execute combinations accurately and react to cues from his coaches, enhancing his ability to maintain focus under pressure during a fight. Focus mitts can be used to drill specific offensive and defensive strategies tailored to the fighter's style and upcoming opponents. Coaches can simulate various scenarios and tactics, helping fighters to develop strategic awareness and adaptability in different situations. Overall, Midw Work is an essential component of a fighter's training routine, offering a dynamic and interactive platform for skill development, feedback, conditioning, and strategic preparation. Incorporating regular focus mid training has significantly enhanced Topuria's overall proficiency and performance in the octagon. Angles. Using angles in mixed martial arts is crucial for several reasons. By moving off the center line and attacking from angles, El Matador can create openings in his opponent's defense. Angles disrupt the opponent's guard, making it harder for them to anticipate and defend against incoming punches. Angles also allow Topuria to evade incoming strikes more effectively. By moving laterally or diagonally, he can slip punches and create distance, which is going to reduce the likelihood of being hit and minimizing the impact of incoming shots. Angles create opportunities for effective offensive maneuvers. By attacking from different angles, a fighter can catch their opponent off guard, exploit vulnerabilities in their defense, and land punches with greater precision and power. Utilizing angles requires good footwork and mobility, which are essential components of fighting. Moving at angles allows Ilia Topuria to maintain optimal positioning relative to his opponent, controlling the distance and dictating the pace of the fight. Angles also provide a strategic advantage by allowing a fighter to control the flow of the fight and dictate the terms of engagement. By constantly changing angles and adjusting his positioning, Ilia Topuria can keep his opponent guessing and prevent them from establishing a rhythm or mounting an effective offense. Constantly adjusting angles and moving around the octagon can fatigue an opponent both physically and mentally. By forcing his opponents to constantly reposition and adjust, El Matador wears them down over the course of a fight, making them more susceptible to becoming overwhelmed. Overall, using angles effectively in fighting enhances a fighter's offensive and defensive capabilities, strategic versatility, and overall effectiveness in the octagon. By mastering the art of angles, a fighter can become a more elusive, unpredictable, and formidable opponent. Sparring. Sparring is a critical component of training for Ilia Topuria, offering numerous benefits that contribute to his development and success. Sparring allows fighters to put their training into practice in a controlled yet realistic environment. It provides an opportunity to refine techniques, test combinations, and develop the timing and coordination necessary to execute them effectively in an actual fight. Sparring enables Topuria to apply and adapt his tactics and strategies against live opponents. It helps him learn how to read his opponent's movements, anticipate their actions, and adjust his game plan accordingly, enhancing the ability to make split-second decisions under pressure. Sparring is physically demanding and helps fighters build endurance, stamina, and overall conditioning. It simulates the intensity and pace of a real fight, pushing fighters to maintain a high level of output while under duress, thereby improving their cardiovascular fitness and muscular endurance. Sparring tests a fighter's mental toughness and resilience. It exposes them to the physical and psychological challenges of combat, teaching them how to remain composed, focused, and determined in the face of adversity. Over time, this helps fighters develop the mental fortitude necessary to perform at their best when it matters most. Sparring provides opportunities for fighters to practice defensive techniques and evasion strategies against live opponents. It helps them develop their ability to slip punches, block strikes, move their head, and maintain distance, enhancing their overall defensive capabilities and reducing their susceptibility to being hit. Sparring against different styles and skill levels challenges fighters to adapt and adjust their approach accordingly. It exposes them to a variety of situations and scenarios, forcing them to develop versatility in their tactics and techniques, which is essential for success in the unpredictable environment of a real fight. Successful sparring sessions can also boost a fighter's confidence and self-belief as they see their skill and techniques improving and their ability to handle different opponents growing. Fighters become more assured in their abilities, which can translate to enhanced performance in actual competition. Overall, sparring plays a vital role in the development and preparation of professional UFC fighters like Ilia Topuria, providing a dynamic and realistic training environment that helps them hone their skills, tactics, physical conditioning, mental toughness, and confidence, ultimately maximizing their chances of success in the ring. Ilia Topuria has already expressed he wants to bring the UFC to Spain for his next fight. It will be interesting to see who he fights next, especially since he said he is willing to fight Conor McGregor at any weight. Please let me know in the comment section below who you think Ilia Topuria should fight next. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.